Today's video, I want to talk about the causality, or what your mind creates and what you allow, it to create, which is basically this chain of events, which is absolutely inexistent when you analyze it, but to your mind is as real as it can be. So basically, with causality, we have A that causes B. So there's a cause and there's an effect. And this is what we see in material reality. Okay, so if I do that, that will happen. If I put that particular thing in that particular place, that will happen. If I do a chemical reaction, for example, I am a chemist, so that's my everyday job. If I put, let's say, sodium bicarbonate, in vinegar, it's going to fizz. It's going to produce CO2, whatever, it's going to react. So this is causality. And this is the trick that your mind and you too, unconsciously, well, your mind does it on purpose, but you choose unconsciously to see and to do when you have the limiting belief, especially when you try to pinpoint the reason of your inaction or of your failure or insuccess to something external, like I am too old for that, I am too young for that, I am too skinny for that, or if only I had X, I would feel like that. If I only had that possibility, I would do that, So you allow something external, or you allow a condition that you don't have, which again is bad if you come from the manifestation, reality creation background, because you need to have everything, because you need to be aware that you are a fragment of God. And so technically you are capable of everything and experience everything. But psychologically speaking, this is very common because you are pinpointing a source for your inaction. You are giving away your power, and you're saying that something external is dictating the effect, which is your inability to proceed into that action, while the inability to proceed into that particular action is given only and only because you lack the courage. And I am the fearful, like I am Courage the Cowardly Dog. But this is something nice because I'm learning about this Adler psychology, and which is basically, I don't really resonate with it because it's too hustle culture, grind set bullshit that I hate with all my heart. But still, it can be useful also for someone that has some mental health issues. So when you say, I can do that because XYZ, that particular chain of causality does not exist. It's something that you are creating, that your mind is creating to prevent you to actually do the action. So it's basically a limiting belief. And as I said, the limiting belief can actually be dismantled. So there's no true link, there's no true chain unless you create it. And in that particular moment, you are creating that chain. And that chain can be changed. So if you just can get away from it, you can actually make it less stronger. So place another condition. Just like I can do that because XYZ, you can actually change the XYZ so the I can do that seems less stronger when the XYZ is less pervasive, is less affected by your incapability or supposed incapability to act. So instead of I am too young, you can reverse age, but just I am too short to do that, or well, I can actually, or just try to find something that can actually lower the resistance, that can weaken the chain, that condition that you made against your incapability to act. And if you are not able still to shake that up, you can always try to do it with something that can actually use or enable your ability to act in a certain way to gain the confidence to strengthen or to weaken that link. So I am too young for doing that, but I am not young enough for doing something else. Let me do something else. So your brain perceives that you are maybe too young to do that, but you're still capable of doing something else. So you gain confidence, and that confidence that you gain can actually be used later to challenge the chain that you have just created for the first big task. Let me know how it goes.